classificação, tem atualmente 55 pontos, já o Casa Pia está em coluna vermelha da tabela positiva, 16º lugar com 15 pontos, ainda que este ponto, em caso de vitória, os possa tirar desta classificação, uma vez que o Santa Clara, a equipa açoriana, está atualmente na 15ª posição, já jogou, mas perdeu em casa frente ao Estoril Praia por 4-2. E o Casa Pia, a ter essa expectativa de caso de vitória, conseguir então ultrapassar o Santa Clara, que tem mais 2 pontos que os Gastos. Relativamente a esta formação do Casa Pia, atualmente orientada por Álvaro Pacheco. Álvaro Pacheco está há 2 jogos, enquanto técnico então desta formação, é o terceiro treinador da temporada desta formação do Casa Pia, para já uma derrota frente ao Sporting e mais recente empate frente ao Lavos, no passado dia 23 de janeiro, o Casa Pia recebeu o Lavos e empatou a 3 jogos. Relativamente aos 2 jogos, dizer que hoje treinam após esta conferência de imprensa, que para prémios minutos dar início estava previsto para o meio-dia e 45, atrasou ligeiramente, mas dizer que os dragões treinam então após esta conferência de imprensa. No dia de ontem, no entanto, já houve este arranque de preparação para este encontro da jornada 20 do Campeonato Nacional e houve novidades. A mais recente cara nova do plantel prevista, então já se esteve no Olival junto aos companheiros de equipa, encontrou Francisco Farioli e também Pablo Rosário, e também o companheiro de seleção, Zair Salvador, o avançado do Telemóvel, que então é mais recente cara nova deste plantel às ordens de Francisco Farioli, que conhece bem este avançado, já tem o Francisco Farioli no início, foi companheiro de equipa também do Pablo Rosário, portanto aqui já conhecimento prévio relativo a esta nova cara, dizer que para já são 3 os reforços, então entrando os dragões, Tiago Silva, Oscar Josefski e também Terem Moffi, são os nomes novidades neste mercado de inverno. Ontem então já treinou o avançado, Pinto, continuam apenas 2 Estela Pérez e também o Dion, que são os 2 jogadores que estarão ao cuidado do departamento médico do futebol do Porto e por isso serão as 2 ausências desta equipa portista no jogo então de amanhã, da jornada 20, frente ao Casa Pia. No que toca a história de encontros entre Casa Pia e o futebol do Porto, os dragões levam a melhor, são ao todo 12 encontros, 12 jogos em que os dragões então não perderam, têm 11 vitórias e um empate. Vamos também conhecer os números à volta destes confrontos e mais motivos para ficar a conhecer estes jogos entre Casa Pia e futebol.
Começamos com a pergunta do Porto.
Temos então o Francisco Farioli na sala de conferência. Bom dia, Mister. Perguntar sobre o encontro, o que é que espera? Foi aqui um terreno que também, de certa forma, teve sofreu alguns danos devido à tempestade que aconteceu nos últimos tempos. Teve a vistoria e foi dado o aval, portanto vai realizar-se aqui. Se tem alguma preocupação em relação ao terreno de jogo, ao estado também do terreno de jogo e o que é que espera deste encontro?
Yeah, as you say, the pitch most probably will not be in the best condition, but in reality, as well, there is something that is a bit more than just the pitch, because of course what the country is living in these days is definitely something that make all of us worried and is not it created a situation where, of course, we are all with a certain feelings, and I totally understand, because a few days ago, as well in my country, it was we lived a similar experience, especially in the city of my wife. There was a storm that destroyed everything. So today, to see in the television a lot of people without house, people that lost many things, people that lost their life, is of course is really painful. And again, for the game of tomorrow, I think if the pitch will not be ideal, it's not going to be a problem that we can compare with the rest of the things that the country is living at this moment.
Sport TV.
Boa tarde, Francisco Farel. Estamos em direto para a Sport TV+. O jogo do Casa Pia antecede o jogo, o grande clássico do outro fim de semana. O que lhe pergunto é qual é a segurança do Fariola enquanto treinador deste grupo de trabalho no comportamento dos seus jogadores nestes jogos, antes dos grandes jogos.
Yeah, here I'm very repetitive and very boring in the way that the game by game mindset is our mantra, is our way of approaching the things. So we spend a lot of time in the last couple of days to prepare well Casa Pia. That they changed recently the coach. So we had just 2 games from the new coach in Casa Pia. So we went back in his time in Vizela, where he did an incredible job from the 3rd division to the 1st division. We went in games more recent in Vitoria, and as well to see some games in Brazil, to try to have a good picture, and as well to be prepared about the possible adaptation, even though the team Casa Pia has been built to play with 3, but in the background of the coach there are also experiences where they play with the back 4, so we are prepared as well for possible variation, and I think the reaction that or the performance that they did, especially in the last game where they scored 3 goals in the first 60 minutes, says a lot about the impact that they had recently. Is a team with speed in front, player with pace, really strong in the transition, very physical. So as well, the set pieces are going to be also tomorrow another topic, and of course how we are going to enter and the type of energy that we are going to bring there is going to be for sure a factor.
RTP.
Boa tarde, Francisco Farel e Eduardo Pestana para a RTP Notícias. Tenho 2 questões, se me permitir, sobre o mercado.
Uma de cada vez, por
Uma de cada vez, com certeza. O que é que o Mofi pode acrescentar à equipa do Porto?
So, as you know, the words of the president a few days ago were very clear about the market and the fact that we are and we were happy with the team, but as well we were with the eyes open to explore different possibilities, and the one of Terem was one of these one. He's a player that I know him quite well. He's a player that recently played against us in the Europa League in our game against Nice. He's definitely a player that can add to the team different characteristics. He has some characteristics that are quite similar to Samu, but as well he can add some different variability to our game. He can play as well if it's needed into the flank. So I think it was good to have an option more in front, considering the next months, the 3 competition where we are in, and this one again says a lot about the work that the club is doing, the work that the president is doing since the since my time that I'm here in these two markets, of course, to keep everything in balance and putting numbers in the right place, but as well evaluating well and putting as a priority the sportive part and try to bring here the best player possible for us in terms of financial possibilities, but as well in terms of mentality and talents and qualities.
Em relação a Fofana, que chegará esta tarde, com a chegada de Fofana, está fechado o mercado do Porto quanto a entradas?
So there are, I cannot deny that there are things moving on. Still, there are probably two movements that are going to happen. One player more coming and one player leaving. But again, it's the last day of the market, one of the last 2 days of the market. So I understand your question, but. For us, in reality, today, the real priority is the match day -1 before a really important match against Casa Pia, and I think my words has to stay in the game of tomorrow. That is absolutely the priority.
JN?
Olá, Mister. Nuno Amaral, JN. A última jornada europeia, como o Mister disse logo a seguir ao jogo de quinta-feira, foi muito boa para Portugal. Ainda assim, a nível de confiança, o Benfica e Sporting, que são os rivais do Futebol Clube Porto na luta pelo título, poderão ter saído com a confiança reforçada porque conseguiram passar na prova mais difícil da UEFA. Embora o Futebol Clube Porto também tenha conseguido o seu objetivo na Liga Europa. Pergunto-lhe que tipo de influência é que estes resultados europeus poderão ter no campeonato.
This one I don't know. What I know and what I'm going to repeat now is, and honestly, it doesn't make me surprised because, of course, before to come here, I knew that I was going to come in a very competitive league. I tried to do we tried with the technical staff to do our homework to arrive here prepared, aware of the context. And in reality, we found exactly what we were expecting, and this it means like a league that is competitive with strong competitors, with teams that, as you said recently, they are doing really good in the Champions League. The two teams in Europa League that qualify directly for in the top 8. So again, I think the fact of having, let's say, an international recognition is just reinforcing the message of how good is the league, how good are the Portuguese coaches, the capacity of the league to develop young talents and to attract important players from abroad. So I think we, as a being part of the Portuguese football, we have to be happy for these sportive results. And as I said, underline a lot the level of competitiveness of this league.
O jogo?
Bom dia, Mister. Duas perguntas também. O Porto vai ter um mês limpo em fevereiro, digamos assim, com jogos apenas ao fim de semana, o que é um cenário praticamente inédito, só terá acontecido em agosto, mas foi muito no início da época. Neste contexto, o que é que espera poder acrescentar à equipa agora que terá mais tempo para trabalhar?
So yes, it will be a bit a strange month from our side because the last time that we had a game per week it was in August. So it's definitely a change of scenario, a change of routine. On paper. Looks really good because it will give us more time to work. The capability will give us the opportunity as well to manage individual cases in a different way. So to put the things in the right place, but as well in the other side we have to be aware that the fact of going to slow down a bit the rhythm of the game, needs to raise up our awareness, because we have to be really careful, because usually when you change the routine, to drop a bit the level of adrenaline and is something that could be naturally could naturally appear. So we have to be really good into fight this natural reaction, and to keep ourselves really sharp, and of course to maximize these blocks of 3 weeks with just one game per week, to prepare ourselves to add and to work tactically, to work properly from the physical point of view, to refresh our mind and to get ready for the last months that of course are going to be really important and decisive.
Recentemente o Diogo Costa e o Bednarek, foi depois do jogo em Pilsen, falaram de alguns problemas no último terço, a equipa, algumas dificuldades em ter a melhor decisão, e também vemos que várias vezes os jogadores do Porto conseguem chegar com alguma facilidade até ao último terço, mas depois há o passe que não sai, ou o passe que devia ser remate, o remate que devia ser passe. Essa tomada de decisão é algo puramente devido ao trabalho, é uma questão de trabalho que se melhora, ou também pode ser uma questão de sobrecarga mental também, porque foram muitos jogos em muito pouco tempo?
I'm quite agree with what you say now in the last part of your question, in the way that for sure for example, last day we scored 3 goals, but probably we could have put the ball earlier in the net, and because I have in mind the one action of Pepe, one action of William, 2 action of Pepe, that again sometimes due to lack of accuracy in the last pass, sometimes the finishing is not at the level that we need. Yeah, maybe we drop some opportunities. In reality, I think the work that these guys in front, especially the one that are here since the beginning of the season, has been a really good one, a massive one. I already say that in our defensive record, there is a lot of the sweat and the energies that the forward players put it there. So I think we need to be grateful for the work that they did. Now, with the addition of Oscar and Terem, we will have the opportunity to manage well the energies up in front, and hopefully this one will bring as well a bit more mental clarity and more cold blood in front of the goal, to try to maximize the amount of opportunity that the team so far is generating, but especially for me, like I would love to keep the level of intensity and connection that the players that we had so far they had with the team, and how much generous they have been in this month. So things to keep, things to improve, and definitely a lot of matches that needs to be played.
Record.
Mr. Rui Sousa, Record. A equipa veio de uma sequência logo no início do ano, nos primeiros 4 jogos em que fazia um golo por jogo. Nestes 2 jogos mais recentes, faz 3 golos em cada jogo. O que eu lhe pergunto é se isto lhe dá mais conforto, numa altura em que já havia alguma desconfiança à volta da equipa, por o facto de só marcar um golo por jogo, agora fez 3 em 2 jogos, se lhe dá conforto a si, e se ao mesmo tempo também é uma resposta aos rivais, que a equipa está novamente no bom caminho em termos de concretização, e tendo agora pela frente um mês, que o Presidente escreveu ontem na revista Dragões, será um mês determinante para as aspirações da equipa, o mês de fevereiro, se isso lhe dá um maior conforto estes 2 últimos resultados?
So, of course, to have games with some extra goals for us we like it and we want it, and we are always looking forward to score as much as possible. In reality, in the previous matches, we scored just 1 goal, but we generate quite a lot, as we did in the last 2. In the last 2, we had maybe a better rate conversion. So at the end, what is really in our control, or where our effort is more focalized, is about delivering a performance that help us to create opportunities and not to concede that much to the opponent. After, in the two boxes, is where, of course, the game is going to be decided, is where sometimes the efficiency, of course, is going to determine the game. So there we can work, and we are working, but goes a lot as well with the moments of a player, the moment of confidence, and I think the last two games gave us again a good feeling with the net, with the opponent net. So of course we are looking forward to score more goals, but at the end the most important part for us is to keep our rhythm, to keep the path in our journey, and to keep having the results that we are having so far, even though of course it's going to be difficult, and it's going to be difficult from the game of tomorrow. About the words of the president, I think of course it's clear what he said, and I'm agree that February is going to be an important match, but it will be as well March and April and May, so it's normal that our energies needs to be really focalized always in our next match. I think the work of the president and the work of the club and all the people involved in this window, but more than in the window, in the work of the club, to try to reduce the gap and to close the gap with our rivals has been great, a top effort from everybody. Still we are in the process to really establish ourselves at the level that Porto deserve. So still many things to do, but for sure the evaluation of these months has been a really positive one. Of this month, of the last month as well, has been an important one, and now of course it's up to us to transform the willingness of the club into performances, and again starting from tomorrow to keep moving in our journey.
Fechamos com a bola.
Olá, Mister. O quão vai ser tão importante chegar com uma almofada de 7 pontos ao Clássico nas contas do título?
What is important is to keep the rhythm, is to keep moving ahead. I totally understand the perception from outside that everybody is already looking at the 9th of February, but the reality that a massive step is going to be the one of the 2nd of February, because Casa Pia is going to be a tough match in a tough pitch against a team that for sure they will try to play all their cards. So this is where our attention is, and I think so far our mindset to go game by game has given us some interesting results. So we are not going to change our mindset. We are not going to change anything in terms of team selection or making any calculation about what is our near future, because at the end, as always, the most important part is the present, and the present is Casa Pia, and is where our attention and awareness is.
Obrigado a todos. Até amanhã.
Obrigado.